Good afternoon. This is Drew Erickson here again talking about money, not math, because I believe most people love money without realizing that it often doesn't work the same way as math. Today I read an article called When a Mortgage is Part of Your Retirement Plan, Eliminating Debt is a Great Goal, but is it the best option for you? It's on NewYorkTimes.com and it was written by Peter Finch. The article basically outlines two abstract philosophies when it comes to financial planning. One being the I think ever common all debt is bad. Debt is the worst thing in the world. You have to pay off debt before you do anything else. Having one advisor in here even quote saying he doesn't believe anyone should retire with debt. Like they should not. They should wait to retire if they have any debt at all. And then other advisors saying that you shouldn't even contribute to your 401k to get a match until after you've paid off your debts. On the flip side of that, you have advisors saying that it's okay to retire with debt, and as long as you're investing the difference to grow your wealth and build a retirement and build liquidity. So I think the first point that this article outlines greatly is how diverse of opinions there are in the financial planning industry, and more importantly, how many different options there are out there. So there's no such thing as a cookie cutter plan, or there's no such thing as one plan that fits all. So even though there's a lot of books out there and a lot of planners out there and a lot of different people out there that believe everyone should do the exact same thing no matter what, that's just not true. At the end of the day, everyone's lives are different, everyone's financial situations are different, everyone's financial goals are different. So I believe we should really take a step back and figure out what makes the most sense for us. Is our goal financial wealth? Is our goal, be as efficient as possible? Is our goal to be as liquid as possible? Only you can really answer that, but it's really important to understand that you are not the exact same as your neighbor, your coworker, your parents. Everyone should have their individual plans based off their individual goals. The second thing that I think this article brings to attention that's important is the importance of liquidity. So, and liquidity, what I mean by that is the ability to have cash on hand in the instance that an unexpected life comes up. So whether that's, you get in a car accident or you have a medical event or whatever it may be, something unexpected happens, and I believe most people go through this. Something goes wrong with the house, for example. And the ability to have cash on hand that you have access to is your liquidity, versus paying down debts as fast as possible and not having liquidity. So an example I like to use or think about is if you have $50,000 in debt and you have $50,000 in cash, completely safe in your bank account, your net worth would be zero. Agreed? Now, if a life event comes up, you're not in a bad position because you have the $50,000 in cash and you can just take care of it, assuming it doesn't cost you more than $50,000. Or on the positive side, if a investment opportunity where maybe your best friend comes up with a genius idea, or some land comes available, or a cabin, or whatever it may be, comes available for you to buy or purchase or invest in, you have cash on hand to take advantage of the opportunity, and we don't know when opportunities are going to come. So that's one frame of thought. Let's keep the cash, even though you have debt, keep liquidity. The second frame of thought is, why on earth wouldn't you pay off the debt? Take the $50,000, pay off the debt, and now you still have a net worth of zero with no debt or no cash. Great, no debt, that's awesome, might take a weight off your shoulders. But again, now what happens if a life event comes up or an investment opportunity? So there's just different things you need to be aware of, and we all need to be aware of on the importance of liquidity. So that's the one point. The second point I think is extremely important for us all to think about is there's a difference between compounding interest and amortizing interest. What I mean by that is amortizing interest is when if you get a mortgage on a home, the first few payments you're almost completely paying interest. Very little is going towards the principal because your interest is so high in the ratio. But towards the end of your mortgage payments, it's almost all principal and very little interest. So your debt or your interest payments goes down. On the flip side, compounding interest is the idea that the longer we save, the more aggressive our investments or savings grows, assuming it's getting a return. And so just a quick little drawing to show the difference. I know I have a beautiful handwriting here. The orange shows compounding interest. As you see, the longer it goes, the faster it grows. The black shows amortizing interest. The longer it goes, the less you're really paying into the debt. So that's something that we have to be aware of when it comes to taking into account, should we pay off loans faster or save? Should we pay off our mortgage faster or save? And all these different things, it's really, there's not one cookie cutter response or answer for that question. It's really a discussion that should be had and compared upon. And the last point I want to make about that, something to be aware of, is the interest you pay on your mortgage is a tax deduction that I know it affects people differently with the new recent tax changes, and tax changes can always happen, but always be aware of, is that tax deduction helping you? So does paying off your home actually taking away a deduction you were depending on? So those are the ideas from this article that I thought were important to talk about. Yeah, please leave responses on what you thought about the discussion, or if you want me to talk about something specific in the future. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Thanks. Bye.